Hi, welcome to Sue Marie P. My name's Sue and today I'm going to share a granola bar that's gluten-free. I'm going to use gluten-free porridge oats. I've ground some oats up to be oat flour and I've got some oats I'm going to add, desiccated coconut, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, brown sugar and vanilla. That's it. So grab a large bowl and we're going to throw in all the dry ingredients. So in here, just check my notes. I've got 175 grams of the oats, which is a cup plus 3/4. And in here I've ground up half a cup or 65 grams of the oats to make oat flour. And you can swap that out for whatever flour you like. I'm just using up ingredients because we're moving in 5 days and it's like, what can I make out of what's left? And I love having baked granola bars on hand when I travel and when I'm on the road because they stay in the form more than a fridge one. And then I'm going to use brown sugar because I've got it to use up, but you could probably swap it out for coconut sugar. I haven't tried it with honey or molasses or golden syrup or anything like that. So in here I've got 3/4 cup or 120 grams. And it's gone a bit hard overnight, so let me just bash that out a bit. And coconut, I've got 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons. It was all I had left in the packet, so I've bumped up my quantity slightly. I'm using 5 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds and 5 tablespoons of sunflower. And you can mix and match that. If you wanted to put nuts in, you could. If you want to add a little bit of fruit. But what I should have said before I started was we need to melt some butter, and I'm just going to do it behind me. So I've got half a packet, UK packet, which is 125 grams. So just need to melt that down. And also, while you're waiting for that to melt, you can pop your oven on to 160 degrees, which is 180 without a fan. And as usual, I'll pop some Fahrenheit measurements above. If you find you've got some large lumps, just knock them out with a fork. And grab your slice tray, or I use a 20 centimetre square baking tin, which is very well worn. And I've greased it and lined it with paper. And I just leave the paper a little bit longer on the side so I can lift it out when I need to cut it. And we're going to make 10 bars. So I'm going to cut them 5 across and then half again. And these are perfect for a lunchbox snack for kids or little kids or big kids because they've got no nuts in them. They can take them to school and they're not going to worry about, affecting anyone that's allergic to nuts. And we just wrap them in a little bit of brown paper and then they're perfect to take and be ready. So our butter's all melted. So I'm just going to pour that into my dry mix here. Oh, I forgot to add the vanilla. Let me just add the vanilla now. So a teaspoon of vanilla. Should have put that in with the butter. And you can add extra like spices like cinnamon or anything like that. And I've got half a teaspoon of baking powder. Sorry, half a teaspoon of bicarb soda, which I'm mixing in as well. And if you're playing around with the quantities of seeds or if you've got different types of flour that you're adding in, sometimes different types of flour absorb the moisture differently. So what I do is sometimes I might add a little bit of water just to help it mix together. So just wait until it's all mixed and we'll see. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of water. I've just got some boiled water here. You can add a little bit of honey or maple syrup, but I just thought what I added with the brown sugar was enough. And that's just to help provide a little bit more moisture. Make sure there's no dry bits. Now I'm just going to press it quite firmly so it's nice and flat. And I also like to use a fork at this stage just to help push it down. So that's nice and firm and ready to bake in our oven for 20 to 25 minutes until it's golden brown. If you want it crunchy, maybe cook it for a little bit longer. I like it more of a soft granola bar, so I'm going to just check it at 20 minutes. So my soft baked granola bars are all golden brown and baked. Now the best way to chop them is to let them completely cool, then pop them in the fridge for 30 minutes and then bring them out and chop them. So I'll come back and show you how I do that and how I wrap them to store them. So I'm back with my granola bars and they're all cooled. I've had them chilling in the fridge and I've just cut them in half and I'm cutting them about 4.4, 4.5 wide and I'm using my tape so I get them even because I'm known for doing crooked cuts, according to my husband. So I've cut half of them, and I'm just going to show you how I wrap them. Actually, I'll finish cutting them so they're all done. So I've made 10 bars, and these will be fantastic for a snack for us while we're in the hotel, and we don't need to buy any ready-made bars. And I'm going to just chop off a little bit of one and just do a taste test. I think it's a perfect balance of crunch, softness, not too sweet, and I like the seeds. I really love seeds. So I have a little bit of brown paper. So grab a bar. I think if I put it on the angle and wrap it and fold it as I'm wrapping it, they're really just for us. But if you wanted to wrap them for children's lunchbox, this is just an idea, but the string might be a bit tricky, I just realised, for children. So big kids lunchbox that can untie the string and they can slip that off. So that's how I'm going to store them. And it's such a cheaper way of having a snack than buying something that's from the store. And I'm really fussy. I never really like the store-bought bars. I don't really like the aftertaste, and I don't like them when they're made with palm oil. So even though there's sugar and butter in here, I know what's in it, and it's a bit more controlled. So that one I'll do with a little bow. So if you're looking for a fruit-free, nut-free granola bar that's baked and not in the oven, and not in the fridge, because it actually keeps its shape better, try this recipe. Let me know in the comments below. Swap out the oat flour for your own choice of flour, and if gluten-free is not important, just use regular oats. Hope you've enjoyed my video today. Thanks for watching, and stick around. I'll pop a few other recipe ideas for lunchbox treats up above, or snack ideas, and I'll see you next time. Bye. But may not be in this kitchen. See ya.